In the heart of the African savanna, where the sun beats down mercilessly, and the air is thick with the scent of dust and wild grasses, a lion roams, a king, a predator, a majestic creature of nature. But today, this ruler of the plains bears a gruesome secret, a horrific barnacle wound that transforms its regal presence into a grotesque tableau of suffering. Imagine, if you will, a once mighty beast now marred by a cluster of hard white barnacles, their sharp edges embedded deep into its flesh. This is not merely a wound. It is a testament to nature's cruel indifference, a living nightmare that raises questions about survival, adaptation, and the darker side of life. Barnacles, those seemingly innocuous marine organisms, have found an unlikely host in this lion. Typically, they cling to rocks and boats, but in a shocking twist of fate, they have latched onto the skin of this powerful predator. The barnacles, with their hard shells and feathery appendages, feast on the lion's flesh, drawing sustenance from its very being. The infestation is not just a physical assault. It is a slow, torturous process that can lead to infection, pain, and ultimately death. Each barnacle is a tiny parasite, a relentless invader that thrives at the expense of its host, creating a grotesque ecosystem of suffering. As we delve deeper into this dark tale, we uncover the biology of these barnacles. They are crustaceans, related to crabs and lobsters, and they have perfected the art of survival. Their larvae drift through the water. In the wild expanses of the American plains, a solitary bison grazes, its massive silhouette cutting a striking figure against the backdrop of the rolling hills. But as the camera zooms in, a shocking sight emerges, a gruesome wound, a gaping cavity pulsating with life, where a wasp nest has burrowed deep into the animal's flesh. This is no ordinary injury. It is a terrifying testament to the brutal realities of nature. The bison, a symbol of strength and resilience, now bears the burden of a parasitic invasion, a living canvas painted with the dark strokes of survival gone awry. As wasps swarm, their incessant buzzing fills the air, a harbinger of decay and discomfort. The nest, a grotesque amalgamation of mud and saliva, serves as a fortress for these relentless predators who have chosen the bison not as prey, but as a host. The wasps, drawn to the warmth of the bison's body, have laid their eggs within the soft tissues where they will hatch and feast on the living flesh. This macabre relationship between host and parasite is a chilling reminder of the cycle of life and death that plays out in the natural world. As the larvae grow, they consume the bison from the inside out, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The bison, once the king of the plains, now suffers in silence, its once mighty body becoming a battleground for survival. The buzzing swarm symbolizes the harsh realities of existence, where even the strongest can fall prey to the smallest of foes. Yet, in this dark narrative, there lies a deeper moral. Humans, too, are not immune to the whims of nature. We often forget that our actions can lead to unintended consequences, much like the bison's plight as we encroach upon it. In the shadowy heights of the Himalayas, where the air is thin and the landscape is starkly beautiful, a snow leopard roams. But this majestic creature, often seen as a symbol of grace and power, bears a grim secret. A horrific parasitic flower has taken hold of its flesh, a grotesque bloom that festers like a malignant star in the wild. This flower, a silent predator, burrows into the snow leopard's skin, siphoning life from its host. Its petals, grotesquely vibrant, contrast sharply with the animal's silvery fur, a cruel reminder of nature's dark side. As the snow leopard moves through its rugged terrain, the wound weeps, a slow and agonizing testament to its suffering. The flower's roots intertwine with the leopard's flesh, creating a living tapestry of pain and decay, a vivid illustration of survival gone awry. But the horror does not end there. As if the parasitic flower were not enough, the snow leopard also grapples with an infestation. In the heart of the vast American plains, where the sun beats down relentlessly and the wind whispers secrets of the wild, a creature of immense power and majesty roams. The bison, often referred to as the American buffalo, embodies the spirit of the frontier, a living testament to the resilience of nature. But today, we focus not on its grandeur, but on a haunting affliction that has taken hold of one unfortunate specimen, a bison with a horrific barnacle wound that tells a chilling tale of survival and suffering. As we peer closely at this beast, we are drawn into a world that is both fascinating and grotesque, where the line between life and decay blurs in the most unsettling manner. Imagine, if you will, the bison standing amidst golden grasses, its powerful frame a symbol of strength. Yet, upon closer inspection, the reality is far from noble. A gaping wound, festering with barnacles, mars its once pristine hide. These barnacles, marine crustaceans that typically cling to rocks and ships, have found an unlikely host in this land-dwelling giant. How did this happen? The answer lies in the complex and often brutal interplay between nature and the creatures that inhabit it. This bison, perhaps weakened by injury or illness, has become a veritable buffet for these parasitic invaders. The barnacle infestation on the bison is not merely a grotesque sight. It's a testament to the tenacity of life in all its forms. These barnacles, equipped with specialized appendages, latch onto the bison's skin, burrowing deep and creating a home where they can feed and reproduce. As they multiply, they exacerbate the wound, drawing nutrients from the bison's body and leaving it vulnerable to infection and disease. The once mighty bison now bears the burden of this infestation, a living canvas of suffering that evokes both horror and intrigue. As we delve deeper, we discover that barnacles are not just freeloaders. They are masters of survival. Their hard shells protect them from predators, while their unique feeding mechanisms allow them to extract nutrients from the bison's skin. This grotesque symbiosis highlights a dark reality of nature's survival often comes at a cost. The bison, a symbol of the wild, becomes a host, a mere vessel for the barnacle's relentless march toward life. The wound, raw and pulsating, serves as a reminder of the harshness of existence, where beauty and horror coexist in an unending cycle. But the story does not end with the bison's plight. It raises uncomfortable questions about the relationship between humans, animals, and nature. In a world where we often see ourselves as separate from the natural order, this bison's suffering is a stark reminder of our interconnectedness. The barnacles, while grotesque, are